We're at a lay-by about 1 mile south of Whalley Bridge on the A5004. What we're going to do today is to go on a circular walk by going down this footpath here into the Goyt Valley where the River Goyt is, and walking south to the southern point of the Fernilee Reservoir, and then walking across the dam, and then walking back the other side of the River Goyt, and then returning here to this lay-by. So we've come down from the footpath from the lay-by, and the River Goyt is down there, and what we're going to do is to walk along the public footpath here. There's a public footpath sign there which runs parallel to the River Goyt and goes through Shawcross Wood. So we're continuing to walk on the footpath on Shawcross Wood, and as you can see, we can now see the River Goyt on our right. You can see it there through the trees, and you can also hear it. And we're just carrying on straight on southwards towards Fernilee Reservoir. We've now come to a fork in the footpath, and what we're doing, we're going to the right to follow the footpath that follows the line of the river. We've now walked through Shawcross Wood, and the end of the wood is there in front of us, and if we pan round now, we've got fields of sheep, and further on, as we're looking into the sun now, we've got some horses. You can see them there. And the footpath now continues through fields with the River Goyt to our right, and all the wooded area is now to our right over here. We've now come through the last field, and now the River Goyt is right beside us. We've got a fallen tree in front of us in the river, and if we pan round, you can see the river flowing on its way through the trees. And we continue on the footpaths here with the fields to our left. We're looking into the sun here, but we're walking up a path that leads to the top of the dam. We've now made it to the top of the hill, and the dam at the end of Fernilee Reservoir is to our right and behind us. So what we need to do is we need to walk up this path here and walk in this direction here to our right to arrive at the dam and the head of Fernilee Reservoir. Once again, we're looking into the sun, but we've made it to the dam looking southwards here along Fernilee Reservoir, and it really does look beautiful on a sunny day like today. Okay, we've now walked across the dam, and we found a bench on the other side of the reservoir, and we've had some lunch, and we're now going to walk along the footpath back the way we came, but this time with the River Goyt on our right. In other words, we're walking down the bank on the other side of the River Goyt back to the lay-by where we started. We're now walking back on the footpath with the River Goyt to our right, and we're actually above the river. So what you've got is you've got a line of trees here which are close to the river, and behind those trees is the River Goyt. The path bends round to the left here, as you can see, and we continue on the path as it leads into the Midshires Way. That's the curve in the path that we saw earlier, and we've now crossed the beck and we've come round to the other side of the beck, continuing on the Midshires Way, as we progress northwards. And if we pan round to our left, we've got an excellent view here of the Goyt Valley, the River Goyt being hidden somewhere behind the trees in the foreground, and then we've got the rolling hills then in the background. We've got a farm here in front of us, and the footpath continues to the left of the farm. Just walked up the path up here, and what we're going to do is to follow the path round and then to the left here and walk up here as I'm looking into the sun on the Midshires Way. In front of us we've got Overton Hall Farm, and what we're going to do is to go down the footpath here on the Midshires Way to the right of Overton Hall Farm. So we're walking northwards on the footpath, and we've got a splendid view here looking down at the line of trees behind which is the River Goyt, and beyond that is the A5004, the road from Whalley Bridge to Buxton. And we're continuing to walk northwards parallel to these trees, but eventually we'll be turning to our right, going through the trees, over the River Goyt and back to the lay-by where we started. We've just walked past Glebe Farm, and Taxal Church is directly in front of us. And what we're going to do now is we're going to turn right down this footpath here, which will lead us to the River Goyt. Okay, we've now made it to the River Goyt, and you've got a choice now. You can either go across by the stepping stones, or take a left here, walk along the riverbank and cross at the bridge. And I'm taking the left turn and crossing at the bridge. And we've walked about 30 yards, and here's the bridge directly in front of us here. So we cross the bridge, and then we can make our way back to the lay-by. So we've now crossed the bridge, and what we need to do is to go up the path there and then just turn to our left and walk up the footpath we came up this morning to head us back to the lay-by. So we've now walked up the footpath, and we've got back to the lay-by by the A5004. So we're back where we started, which means this is the end. So I'll say arrivederci.